Japan's iPSC milestone lifts Cynata focus, a deep dive into the future of regenerative medicine. Hey there, everyone. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking development in the world of regenerative medicine, Japan's recent conditional approval of 2 induced pluripotent stem cell, iPSC, therapies. This is a huge deal, and it's got everyone in the industry buzzing. But why? And what does it mean for Cynata Therapeutics, a Melbourne-based company at the forefront of this technology? First things first, let's break down what iPSCs are. These bad boys are adult cells, like skin or blood cells, that have been reprogrammed back into an embryonic-like state. From there, they can be directed to develop into almost any cell type in the body. This is a game changer because it means we can potentially create off-the-shelf therapies, expanding from a single starting cell line. No more relying on repeated donor sourcing, which is a huge limitation of traditional cell therapies. Now, let's talk about Cynata. They're not developing iPSC therapies in the same way as the Japanese programs. Instead, Cynata focuses on using iPSCs as a manufacturing engine. Their proprietary Cymerus platform generates mesenchymal stem cells, MSCs, via a unique precursor cell called a mesenchymoangioblast, MCA. MSCs are naturally occurring in the body but in very small numbers. They play a crucial role in regulating the immune system and supporting tissue repair and regeneration, making them super attractive for a wide range of therapeutic applications. One of the key limitations of traditional MSC therapies is scalability. Cynata's approach addresses this by enabling the creation of a virtually unlimited supply of uniform cells from a single donor. This means they can produce large, consistent quantities of MSCs, supporting true off-the-shelf production. It's like industrializing cell therapy manufacturing. Now, let's talk about the Japanese regulatory approval. Japan is taking a different approach to regulation under its regenerative medicine framework. They're granting conditional approval based on early evidence of safety and probable efficacy, allowing commercial use while further data is collected. This signals growing confidence that iPSC-derived therapies are ready for broader clinical and commercial adoption. For Cynata, this is a huge deal. Their Cymerus platform is built on iPSCs, and this approval means their technology is now edging from research into commercial reality. CEO Killian Kelly is confident that these first commercial approvals will be the first of many, not just in Japan but worldwide. But it's not just about Cynata. The approval of these iPSC therapies is a major milestone for the entire field of iPSC-derived therapies. It's a sign that the technology is moving from research to commercial applications. And that's exciting because it means we're one step closer to seeing these therapies make a real impact on patients' lives. In conclusion, Japan's conditional approval of iPSC therapies is a huge deal for regenerative medicine. It's a sign that the technology is maturing and that we're moving towards a future where these therapies can be widely available. And Cynata is at the forefront of this, using iPSCs to generate MSCs and potentially transform the way we treat a wide range of diseases. So, stay tuned, because the future of medicine is looking brighter and brighter.